So, greeting you all. This is my day 44th of recording myself. As you all know, throughout this journey of mine, which I'm doing, that is improving my English by recording myself, and also I read a lot of books right now. So, for this week, I've been reading the book called Meditations. You might know, yes, this information is just for those who are seeing this video for the first time. So for this week, I'm doing the book. Sorry, I'm reading the book called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. So I'm at chapter 9th. I have completed chapter 9. There are currently 3 chapters remaining. So as tomorrow is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In these upcoming 3 days, I'll be completing the book. It is a good book, that teaches you about morals and principles. But this book is not for the current generation or the current, how you say, all the morals and principles it is teaching could have been useful for the people in the ancient times, but not right now, as the people right now are much more cruel and horrible than what we could ever imagine. So, as you might not know, but whenever it comes to people's greed or their need, they forget about everything. Literally, they forget about everything. There is no sense of humanity in them. So, it also includes myself. If some kind of danger is upon me and my family, and our neighbor is included in that, I will definitely save up myself and my family. I will not think about the neighbors until and unless my family and myself are safe. You see, and this could have been the scenario for the ancient time, but they would first think about the family and the neighbors. After that, they would think about themselves. This was the case for the good people and nice one, but not for these. The people in this century, the people that have been born in this century are real horrible and just more cruel than we could ever imagine. It is a good book that teaches us about humanity, its principle, the good deeds that we should do, the philosophy that we should take on to us. But yes, if you want to go into social service or something like that, this book is definitely for you. You see, this book must be read by you if you are thinking of going into social service. So let us read some of the parts from this book, and I'll explain to you that way. He who does wrong against himself. You see, whoever does wrong against himself. Means that if you are doing wrong to someone or onto something, it doesn't matter. What you are doing is wrong onto yourself. He who acts unjustly to himself. So whoever acts unjustly means without justification or something like that, acts unjustly to himself because he makes himself bad. That is what it means. Whoever does something bad or is unjust to someone, is not unjust to that thing or that person, but he is unjust or bad to himself, and that makes him a bad person. He he often acts unjustly who does not do a certain thing. You see, he often acts unjustly. This is the next para of that one. Sorry, next quote of that one. He often acts unjustly means that person. He often acts unjustly who does not do a certain thing. What he means is that laziness and sloth, as you might know, laziness is one of the worst kind of sin. In any religious book you read or scriptures that you can read, you can find that laziness is one of the major sin in that. Is that what he means, that who's lazy or who doesn't do anything is the one who often acts unjustly. Not only he who does a certain thing. What he means is that he often acts unjustly. Not only he who does a certain thing. What he means that he who doesn't do a certain thing often acts unjustly. It doesn't mean that whoever does a certain thing acts unjustly. It means is that the major cases are onto the one who doesn't do a certain thing. The present opinion founded on understanding, and the present conduct directed to social good, and the present disposition of contentment with everything which happens, that is enough. What is it? The present opinion founded on understanding. So what he means is that the present opinion that you have right now is founded on understanding, and the present conduct directed to social good, and the present disposition of contentment with everything which happens, and the present disposition of contentment which happens with everything which happened, that is enough. I was not able to understand the last line of this, so I'll try to ask this line in ChatGPT. After that, I will explain it. So, wipe out imagination, check desire, extinguish appetite, keep the ruling faculty in its power. What he means is wipe out imagination. He doesn't mean that you should wipe out all the imagination, but he means is that the certain imagination or that we have, like which is not needed in the certain time or the current present, you should wipe out that one. Always check, keep your desire in check. Extinguish appetite. So your appetite should be extinguished. Yes, this is a very important line of words that he has said, that extinguish appetite, because appetite gives birth to laziness and sloth, and sloth or laziness gives birth to all the major kinds of sin. You understand, right? Next, keep the ruling faculty in its own power. So, in yourself or the body that you are controlling, the faculty power is your mind brain. So you must keep it in check. Don't let your heart or your desires control it, or your emotions, because emotion are one of the worst thing that you will want to control. Those are the things which are very difficult, very, especially for adults. Once you have been addicted, or once you have been used to certain kinds of emotion, so those are the one which are most difficult to control. Today I have got out of all trouble, or rather, I have cast out all trouble, for it was not outside but within and in my opinion. What a line, what a quote is. What he means is, today I have wiped out, or I have got out of all my trouble. So he means that he is out of trouble, or rather, I have cast out all troubles, or rather, he himself has cast out all the troubles, for it was not outside but within and in my opinion. It was in his own head. All the trouble, all the wrongdoing, all the thing was not outside, but it was in his head.